All right, let's take a look at it. We're already seeing the outer bands work in. They've been pushing in all evening with strong gusty winds and torrential rains along the coastline, and some of those now making it in around the lake. There, look at current wind gusts. You can see 20, 30 miles an hour, a 37 in West Palm in the last few minutes at the airport, and the winds will fluctuate up and down through the overnight hours, but continually increasing as each band works through. There's another big band that's setting up, moving into the Abacos now and pushing across Grand Bahama overnight. The center, which was visible, there was an eye-like feature developing just a couple of hours ago. Now it's covered in the cloud cover from the convection that's starting to fire up on the western side of this, an indication that this will continue to intensify. It's very close now to hurricane force, and it is by tomorrow morning expected to become a Category 1 hurricane, making landfall tomorrow night and then wrapping up the East Coast after that. Here's a close look at that track. So it's an error cone, so we could still see a track to the south or to the north. In fact, some of the best models in the world, computer models, are taking a more southern track. This is the GFS right here, which continues to have this storm dive to the south and make a track below or to the south of Grand Bahama and the Abacos before starting to lift north into Palm Beach County. It's one everyone should be watching closely. That's why a hurricane warning is in effect for the entire coastline. We have the tropical storm warnings back around the lake in Okeechobee County. The stronger winds will start to develop tomorrow morning. They'll continue to intensify 40, 50, 60 mile an hour. And then as we get into the core of this, that'll be late tomorrow night, early Thursday morning, where we could potentially see in some spots upwards of 70 to 75 mile an hour winds. Also storm surge, a big threat. We have a storm surge warning up and down the coastline, all the way into central, well, the northern part of Palm Beach County, all the way through the Treasure Coast, and a little bit less down through southern Palm Beach County, where we have a watch in effect. I want to bring in James Wieland, who's also watching that closely, and some of the effects we can feel here.
Yeah, we're trying to pin down the local effects here for some of the areas here. Let's look at Palm Beach County first here, what we can expect through tomorrow and into Thursday morning. Really, that peak is tomorrow evening into the overnight hours and Thursday morning. 3 to 5 inches of rain. That could cause some localized flooding. Could be locally higher amounts for that too, and that could be an issue. 50 to 65 mile per hour winds with some higher gusts, and that depends on where that center is going to be. If it tracks a little bit farther south, hurricane force winds we could see here. That's why we have the hurricane warning. Storm surge for Palm Beach County, say Palm Beach southward 2 to 4 feet. North of Palm Beach, we're looking at 3 to 5 feet in that storm surge warning. Treasure Coast, a little bit greater with the rainfall because I think the storm sticks around a little bit longer for you, 4 to 7 inches of rain. 60 to 75 mile per hour winds there with higher gusts, and especially wherever that center makes landfall. And that storm surge is going to be pretty significant, 3 to 6 feet here above ground, and wave action already right now on the outer buoy, 22 feet. That's going to build even more tomorrow as the storm strengthens and moves a little bit closer. It's not just the height of the wave either. The fetch from this extends about 1,200 miles out, so that's pushing a lot of water towards the coastline, and we are going to have some major coastal impacts. In fact, I think that will be the greatest impact from this storm. We could see dunes washed over in some of the roads, some of the water going over the roads as the dunes will be breached there, and a storm surge warning out, like I said. Plus, you're going to add in the full moon tides, which we just had that full moon, and that's just going to make things extra worse there through the high tide cycles. Significant coastal beach erosions. We're going to lose a lot of sand out there, and some of the beach structures too, like the walkways and possibly some of the piers may get damaged, and we'll keep an eye on that.